Wagwan, and what is up? Welcome back. Today we are reacting to the season finale or series finale, we don't actually know yet, of Obi Wan Kenobi. Last episode we saw Reva face off with Vader and she lost terribly. We got revealed that the Grand Inquisitor is alive. Reva finds out that Luke is on Tatooine and Leia is also Skywalker's kid. What else happened? Tala, she kind of blew herself up for Kenobi and the rest of the... I'm going to just keep calling it... It's the Path, right? Not the Rebel Alliance. But I'll probably just end up keep calling them the Rebel Alliance. Overall, it was a really good episode. And we've led to this sort of... Kenobi's on the starship with the rest of the Path running and Vader's just behind them. And yeah, it's going to be the conclusion to it all. I've been dodging spoilers for the last day because I was very busy yesterday. And like Facebook and Instagram's all been trying to spoil it. So I'm ready to get into it. If you guys enjoy, remember to like and subscribe.
I'm looking for a farmer named Owen.
Oh mate, I told you she'd come after him on their own. I knew she wouldn't tell Vader. But she does not look good, Rev. She does not look good at all. She is in a bit of a rough place. But I guess she doesn't need to be at full capacity to kill Owen and a child. So, fair play.
You know this plan makes sense.
No, we need you.
It'll buy you the time you need. You must get these people out of here. You are all the future. You are the future. You're what needs to survive.
Mate, this is Clone Wars Kenobi here, thinking of everyone else before himself. And I love this because it kind of didn't feel like we were going to get this Kenobi at the start of the series, but he's got back to himself a little bit, and I do really like that.
It's empty.
Well, I wasn't going to give you a blaster, Leia. You're 10 years old.
Fair, but that's sweet. Because Leia does have a holster like that in the original trilogy, doesn't she? So it's nice to get like kind of the backstory of where she got it from.
Master, whether he dies or I do, this ends today.
Are you ready?
Oh god damn it, I thought we were seeing Qui-Gon there. I still have hope that by the end of the episode we'll get something of Qui-Gon. I really do. But I thought at that point it would have been a nice point for him to show up, because obviously Qui-Gon was the one to make Obi-Wan train Anakin, and for Qui-Gon to be like, is what it is, or you're doing the right thing, or something like that would have, I don't know, it would have been nice. Oh, man, fuck off! Oh, Leia, you sweet girl. Fucking hell. That's made me tear up a little bit. Fuck. I'm not gonna lie, I'm so tense. Like, I know Kenobi's not gonna die, because we know Kenobi or Vader doesn't die. And we know Owen and his wife doesn't die. But at the same time, I don't see Owen and his wife coming out on top, and I don't see Kenobi coming out on top. So to me, Bail Organa said he was heading to Tatooine, so he's got to help out, right? And I don't know how Kenobi's gonna. I just have this horrible feeling in my stomach that either something great's gonna happen or something unforeseen's gonna happen. Either way, I'm looking forward to it, but I don't know. It's a bit of a tough one. This is so cold, man. He's ready this time. I think this will make Anakin scared a little bit, to be honest. Because last time Obi Wan got his ass handed to him, that he was running. This time he is stood waiting for Vader, and he's had that little bit more lightsaber use and force use in the last couple episodes to make him confident enough that I think this could actually be a good lightsaber fight.
You come to destroy me, Obi Wan.
I will do what I must.
Hey! He's got the old school form and everything. He was ready. It sounded like he had like that Alex Guinness to fucking twang in his voice there. Like it was sort of an older Kenobi, like I will do what I must. And he just ripped it into primetime Kenobi stance like it's nothing. There we go. That is much better. This is much more of a fight. You could see this time as well. Vader's not taking chances. He's ready. He's going all in. It isn't like the Reva fight here, where he knew he didn't have to try. He could have fun with it. This time you've got the rage, you've got the passion. He wants Kenobi dead, and he's not going to take a chance of missing that opportunity again. I need to break down some of the bits there. I really liked how they were sort of coming off each other. They were pushing each other. They were like when they were back to back. Like he's pushed round, they've collided again, and it's like they are constantly dodging each other because they don't want to give each other the opportunity, knowing they will take it. But you know, we're really seeing this drive in Kenobi, this fight, where he's ready to kill Anakin. He's like, I'm done with it. I need to save the galaxy. He's ready. You saw at the end there when he got pushed away with it. He's just come straight back in, and obviously it's cut to this. But this has potential to be one of the greatest lightsaber battles of all time. To be fair to them, I've got to give them credit where it's due. They got some pretty good blasters, and they got some pretty good aim. Like, they've been pretty on target. I mean, Owen missed that first shot, but since they've been getting them pretty close to her, I still don't see them winning. But yo, he's got. To me, anyway, he's got Vader on ropes a little bit here. Like, to be honest, Obi-Wan's playing the offensive, which he doesn't do. Obi-Wan's very much more of a defensive fighter, and we see that very much so in the Dooku Anakin Obi-Wan fight in Clone Wars. I think it's season 6. With the Pike Syndicate, where Dooku keeps Obi-Wan on the offensive and Anakin on the defensive, and he knows that because that's the opposite way to they fight. But here, Obi-Wan's almost doing the same to Vader, which is really cool.
Your strength has returned.
Oof, that felt like a bit of a fuck you there, because, you know, although he's right, Obi-Wan's strength has returned. You saw in Obi-Wan's face for a second there, he struggled to push that rock. And Vader's just like, bitch please. Bitch please.
And that is why you will always lose.
Wow. That last bit there, it almost made the rest of the fight redundant where I thought Obi-Wan had a chance, because, you know, when he started combining the Force with the lightsaber, Obi-Wan, not that he couldn't keep up, because he did, but that last Force move where he just obliterated the floor, that wasn't something Kenobi was expecting. Go on, say it. Go on, say it. Come on, man. You had all the opportunity in the world there to say, Kenobi, I have the high ground, and you wasted it. You wasted it.
You have failed, Master.
Really? Come on, man. Come on, Vader. Twice? Twice you're just not gonna make sure someone dies? This is Star Wars, bitch. No one stays dead. And we know Kenobi doesn't stay dead. This doesn't make sense. There would be no way that Vader would just leave him like that. Vader, that's not a win for Vader. Not in my opinion. He's not dead. He didn't kill him. I feel like Vader wants to kill him. Like, he wants to drive his lightsaber through his chest or chop his head off or whatever way he does it. Or chop off all 4 of his limbs and leave him to die in fire, you know? He wouldn't just bury him like that. We still I like this because we're still seeing that PTSD, and you know, for a couple episodes anyway, that hasn't been there as much. It's still been there, and there's still been points like when Tyler died, and I feel like that's the only one since episode 2 anyway. It might have been a bit in episode 3. We didn't get any in episode 4 in my opinion. Well, maybe a little bit when he was walking through the tomb, but you know, this is like sort of on the same vibe as episode 2 when he finds out Anakin's alive. Man, I love we're getting those types of spins again. Like, it's just too sick. You've got it again where Obi-Wan's gone onto the offensive again. Obviously last time Anakin did bring it back a bit more, but you are really seeing it where he is pushing the offensive attack, and it is amazing. Oh, there you go. I lied. It wasn't primetime Kenobi earlier. This is primetime Kenobi. Look at that. Like it's nothing. He's just like, God stance. I am Jesus. I look like him. Lightsaber in one hand, held by the thumb. Just lifting, what, like 100 rocks? Fucking go on, lad. Oh man, if this isn't proof enough that Kenobi could defeat Vader, then I don't know what will be. I think Obi-Wan is one of the only Jedi that could defeat Vader. I think the list would go Kenobi, Yoda, probably Mace Windu. Let's not lie about it. Plo Koon, probably. You know, that guy is so underrated. And hot take, people disagree with this everywhere. Ahsoka Tano. Not having it that she wouldn't. And I do also believe, I stand by the fact that Ahsoka is also alongside the only other person that could have brought Anakin back to the light. Because to me, if Luke can do it, Ahsoka can do it, and we've seen it twice that Ahsoka had the capability. I think the first time in Clone Wars when he finds her lightsaber and his eyes turn blue, she wasn't there. And the second time in Rebels, where he fights her and says, "You will die," he was on a dark side planet. You know, obviously that side of him is going to take over more. If you put him and her on a force neutral planet, I do think Ahsoka would have got through to Vader. But yeah, those five people, I think, are the only people that could defeat Vader. Ahsoka, Obi-Wan, Plo Koon, Vader, Yoda, and Windu. Oh mate, he's absolutely dominated him. No way. No one can say shit now. You know, no one can. I now believe that Obi Wan could have defeated him in A New Hope as well, if he really wanted to. Obviously, Obi Wan was like, I'm quite happy to die. I'm old. But look at this. This is the reverse what happened in Episode 3. Like, obviously Vader shat on Obi Wan in Episode 3. This time, Obi Wan has absolutely dominated him, fucked him up.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Anakin. For all of it.
Man, for a second I had faith the eyes were turning blue. But I do understand from Vader's side anyway. Like, there's too much there for it to like, the difference between Obi-Wan and Ahsoka in this case is there's too much hatred. You know, the last memory Anakin has of Ahsoka is her lighting up her lightsaber, her blue lightsabers he got for her. But, you know, the last memory he has of Obi-Wan is him chopping off his limbs and leaving him to burn. And then before that is him sneaking onto his wife's ship to come and kill him. And, you know, all of that escalated with the fact of Obi-Wan refused to join him, and he believed, you know, he'd turned Padme against him. I can understand why Obi-Wan wouldn't be able to bring Anakin back out.
The same way, I will destroy you.
That's hard, because I think that was a little bit of the closure Obi-Wan needed, of him saying, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry for all of it. And you saw the tears in his eyes, but I think he was hoping that Anakin would come back there. And I think he's tried now, he's put that out. I feel like that will make Obi-Wan a bit better, but now you can almost see it in disbelief that, like, there is no Anakin left. This is Vader, and he knows he's got to kill him now, and I think that's tough for him. I think that's probably even worse.
Then my friend is truly dead.
See, there you go. That's the. If I'd paused it a second and a half later, that's the line that proves it, isn't it?
Goodbye, Darth.
That's even better. In my eyes, that is even better than trying to kill him, because that's it. For him anyway, that is it. That's the last person that had an inkling of hope for him, and he is goodbye, Darth. No more belief that Anakin's in there. Like, you can almost see a little bit of emotion in his eye there. Like, don't you turn your back against me, or something like that. Like, shit. There you go, and that just proves it again. Like, that hurt. That's even with who he is, that's still stung. Anakin is in there a little bit. He either wanted Obi-Wan to kill him or to not leave, and Obi-Wan left. He didn't give a fuck. I don't think she's going to follow through. I don't think she can. Like, in the same words of Obi-Wan in actual sort of episode 3 of the saga, you have become the very thing you swore to destroy. She was after Vader for doing the exact same thing she's about to do, and I don't think she'll follow through. I don't think anyone will stop her, but I don't think she'll follow through with it.
Ben!
Man, I told you she wouldn't follow through. It doesn't fit right for her character. I don't know what will happen with her. I don't think Ben will kill her. I don't think he has that type of hatred in him. Man, come on! That's such a cool lightsaber. You can't just throw it away.
I wonder if your thoughts are clear on this, Lord Vader.
Wow, we're getting to see a bit of Palpy. That's cool. But I feel like even Palpy can sense it, you know. He's like King of the Sith at this point. Like he would know if Vader was all in. I feel like part of Vader doesn't want to kill Obi-Wan. I feel like in a New Hope that all of this would have settled down, but I think part of Vader here doesn't want Obi-Wan dead.
We don't want to keep your... Is that a holster?
Mate, as if what I said in episode 1 rubbed off on the show. I said, what? She might be a princess, but she could get changed herself. And she actually did! Wow! Improvements all around. Love it. Love it, love it.
Lola!
Who am I to separate a young lady from her droid?
Aww. Man, this thing gonna fuck me up. I gotta walk away. Man, he came back to see her! Oh, Kenobi, you fuck's sake, man. It even makes my cold heart feel a little bit. I mean, she's more excited about the droid, but still.
And fearless. Forthright. And these are gifts from your father.
Oh, that would mean so much to her as well. Although, after Return of the Jedi, she struggles to believe that Anakin was her father. But I can kind of understand that. The man hunted her at 10 years old. I do understand. But... And destroyed her home planet. And threatened to kill her. I mean, yeah, but Anakin, obviously. I'm waffling. Wow, he's like proper wearing old Jedi attire as well. Like, not the old rags he was wearing a minute ago. That is like Obi Wan Jedi attire. I like that.
Hello there.
No! He said it! He said it! He fucking said it! This makes episode 3 so much better now. I was furious he didn't say it to the fucking driver on episode 3, but he actually said it. It's going to be the last line as well. 100% that's the last line of the series. Oh, I love that.
Master Qui-Gon.
Well, okay, it wasn't the last line, but I told I'll play the clip. I say it in it might have been episode 1 that Qui-Gon will appear in the last minutes of the last episode. Maybe potentially in the last episode that we'll see or hear Qui-Gon say something to Obi-Wan, just so that we'll let him know that this is when he spoke to Qui-Gon, and then this is what he'll be doing in the rest of his isolation. I said it. And it's Liam Neeson. This is it. This is how I said it would end, man. This is perfect. Well, honestly, fuck what anyone says. I enjoyed every episode. I thought it was an incredible series, and I would be happy with a season 2. I don't think it'd ruin it. I mean, it could ruin it, but I'm happy with either. If it's a limited series, it's a limited series. But if they want to do a season 2, I'm okay with it. I'll definitely watch it. As long as they put thought and time into it and make it as good as this, I'd definitely be happy with a season 2. It was phenomenal start to finish. I don't care. I know a lot of other Star Wars fans haven't been happy with it. They can go fuck themselves. I loved it. Yeah. Well. If, like I said, it was amazing, start to finish. Especially this episode. This episode, like, rounded it off perfectly. I loved every second of it. I loved the Vader Obi Wan battle. I loved that moment between Obi Wan and Vader where he's apologising and Vader's like, there is no Anakin left. You didn't kill him, I did. And then as Obi Wan's like, I don't need to do this. I've got what I needed. He walks away, and then Anakin calls out for Obi Wan, like, nah, I didn't mean it. Almost it felt. It rounded everything off perfectly. I'm interested to see what they'll do with Reva next, because she's kind of just in the wind now. Obviously, like I did say previously in previous episodes, finding Qui-Gon at the end does give a reasonable explanation for what happens, what Kenobi does next. Like, he now if they don't do a season 2, which I don't think they will. Obviously they've said they're happy to, and I saw it yesterday on Facebook that basically if fans really want it, they'll happily do a season 2, but I just have this feeling that they won't. But it does perfectly explain that what Obi-Wan will be doing for the next 9 years, whilst like in isolation. But is he in isolation? Is he staying on Tatooine? Is he leaving? Because he was packing up to go. But with what Owen says about him being able to meet Luke, will that mean he will stay on Tatooine and maybe not live in a cave or live in a house or whatever? I loved the ending with Leia. I loved he went back to see her. Like, he made that promise of, promise you'll come back, and he did. I liked what he said to her, if you ever need an old man, we'll see each other again. And does she see him in A New Hope? It's been so many years since I've seen A New Hope. We'll probably do that next. I might do that with some free time tonight. I might just give it a bit of a watch. It's been a long time since I've seen any of the original trilogy. But does she see him as they're running to the ship? Like, that's the only possible time I could think she would see Obi-Wan is when they're running to Millennium Falcon and Luke shouts over. Does Leia see him then? But other than that, unless they do a season 2 and they see each other again, I don't know. Don't know if they have. Yeah, I loved the dialogue about her parents, and almost she was happy to hear it, but she kind of realises that Bale and his wife are actually her parents, and I think that was a really nice touch. The cameos, obviously. Ian McDiarmid returning as Palpatine, and it was like the old school Palpatine look as well. It was like the Palpatine look from the original trilogy, not the Revenge of the Sith. Like, it was almost that animated type of style, which was really cool. And obviously Liam Neeson as Qui-Gon Jinn, although he wasn't credited. I did watch the credits, and at no point is he in the credits, so I don't know whether they've just used old voice lines and CGI'd the shit out of it, which they do. But I do feel like Liam Neeson would have just turned up to set and been like, yeah, I'll do it, because although he said he was retiring from acting, I definitely think he would have returned to the role. I think he even said he had interest in returning in the role, right? But yeah, no, that was really cool at the end. I am a little bit upset that hello there wasn't the last line, but it is still cool that it's Obi-Wan's first ever line to Luke, and Obi-Wan's first line to Luke in A New Hope as well. It was so cool. I was like, I don't know what he's gonna say, and then I was like, oh my god, I know what he's gonna say, and then he said it. There was another meme at the start as well. Someone said something earlier on in the episode, and I was like, haha, that's a callback too. I can't think of it. I mean, I have been recording for an hour and 10 minutes, so it was a while back. I'll realise what it was in editing. I'm interested to see if O'Shea Jackson's character returns. It begins with an R. I can't think of his character's name. Cool. Something like that. Oh my god. This is so bad. Roken. It's Roken. Yeah, I feel like he's definitely going to return, and maybe he'll return with Moses Ingram as Reva, because I feel like that. I feel like no matter what they do, season 2 or not, they have to bring those two characters back. Anyone else, I don't really mind. I thought I was a little bit. The thing that kind of disappointed me a little more was the Grand Inquisitor. He didn't have as much to do as I thought he would, especially in this last episode. I thought, he popped up, he said a couple lines and dipped. So that is what it is. I'm not gonna cry about it. But yeah, I honestly, it's one of those ones. I feel like there's so much has happened, and I've said so much throughout the episode. At this point, I don't know what else to say. I'm just kind of processing it all. But I do really think it ended the series perfectly. We got that lightsaber duel. We saw that primetime Kenobi again. And the other thing I want to clock on to is Qui-Gon's line about you could have seen me at any point, you just didn't want to. I do really think that is him neglecting his powers. Because you saw it this episode, he gets his powers back. Vader picks up on it. And, with everything that happened, between him and Vader and him and Leia and him and Luke, I feel like that really gave Obi-Wan that foresight and that ability to then be able to see Qui-Gon, and I think this story really tells that. So yeah, that was the really other nice thing about it. Let me know what you think of it all, of the whole series, of this episode. Just let me know, because I am interested on where you stand with it. A lot of people I've spoken to in person did not enjoy the series, and I think it's a real shame, because I honestly have. The only bit I was a bit was episode 4. But you're gonna have an episode like that, and it did enough for it to almost be what it was. I feel like episode 4 would have been a bit better if they had revealed Reva's betrayal in that episode, but at the end of the day, it still worked wonders. And her line, actually, of "Have I become him?" and Obi-Wan's "No, you chose not to," and I feel like that for him almost is a little bit peace of mind, because he lost Vader, but within a couple hours he's knows Reva could become something as well, the light side, and that he knows that Anakin made that choice, and he knows that Reva made the opposite choice, and it almost takes the blame off him a little bit, I think. But yeah, leave your thoughts and feelings in the comments below. If you guys enjoyed, remember to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.